Welcome back to another Parts Factory installation tutorial video. Today we're going to be chucking a coolant tank in this 2008 to 2013 TM Barina, but this is the Spark variant. The Spark variant is a very similar car, however it's more compact. So as you can imagine, literally everything is about half the size as the regular Barina, including the overflow bottle. Very, very straightforward job. I'm thinking this job's gonna take about 10 minutes to complete, and that includes cleaning up, setting up, etc, etc. So yeah, that should be okay. Now the difficulty rating is about a 2 out of 10. I think that anybody can do this task at home by themselves, save themselves some money. Now before we get started guys, we do have this product available on our website here in Australia. I'm pretty sure the price is $63.30 as of 2022. If you are to compare that with genuine manufacturer pricing, you're probably going to see savings of up to about $150, and that's not including also then going to the mechanic, having it fitted, delivery times, waiting times, etc, etc. We have this stock here in Australia on shelf, ready to dispatch to you. We deliver in 1 to 2 days to pretty much any state other than Western Australia, of course. So if you are interested in checking that out, I've actually put the link in the bottom of this video, so make sure you have a look, and yeah, if you're interested, let us know. One last thing guys, if you're interested in these types of videos and are doing DIY repairs on your own vehicles yourselves, I would love if you could subscribe or just give this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're interested so I can continue making stuff like this. Alrighty guys, let's get into the install. Right, we're here on the top of the bottle, and first things first, I'm gonna undo these two hoses just here and these two 10 mils that fix this power steering fluid reservoir to the bottle itself. I'll pull that out of the way. I'll pull these hoses off. I'll tuck them behind things. So this one will be tucked behind these pipes. This one will be tucked behind this pipe, and then that will give us a bit more access in there. Right, so we've just removed the top two hoses, and it's most likely that these pipes that we've just removed are the pipes you're experiencing leaks from. I want to just point out this hose here is red at the tip, black in the center, and of course this brown here, and that's because of the different heat levels that each part of the plastic reaches. You can see that the hottest part's probably this red section here, or maybe the black section, but what happens is in another year or so, this plastic becomes so brittle, it actually just kind of breaks, and let's say someone's in here changing the air filter, etc, etc, they actually just knock that hose, and when they knock that hose, they either A, don't realize they put a crack in it, or B, purposely don't tell you in order to not have to replace it, etc. And what that can do is cause long-lasting damage to your engine when you lose coolant over the next couple of weeks. So, right, so we've now undone these two front 10 mils. The last two are those ones at the back there. Probably just going to use a little wobbler extension on my snap-on little side gun. That's what I like to call it. That way I should be able to get those out, but I want to be careful that I don't drop them as I pull them out, etc, because they're probably a specific length. Something like that's going to do the trick. I've gone in, put it on, actually undo it, then I leave the bolt there and I put my hand through and grab it instead of doing it any other way. Again, same thing, through with the wobbler. So leave the bolt there, put my hand through. So I'm going to put a little bit of cardboard under the driver's side front of the car. That way any coolant that drips down, it's going to capture it. Right, so now at this point, this is where we may lose some coolant onto the floor, but if you've got some cardboard under your car and you're quick with your hands, you should just be able to come down, use a pair of these types of pliers, and there's a little alligator clip. You just squeeze it, drag it down, leave it on the pipe, don't try and take it off. Just put your hand down, give it a twist, and you'll feel it twist, and then once it's twisted, at that point you should just simply be able to pull up on the bottle nice and gently, and you'll feel it start to slip, and as it gets to the end, just put your finger on that hole like that. Do you see like that? Now this bottle is actually full of water and I can take it away and drain it. Right, so I'm just going to bring you over into our workshop over here and grab that other bottle out, and if you have a look here, you can see, well, clearly we can see what happens to these bottles over time. Just the absolute decay of the plastic. It's not just generalized coloring, it's actually, they become like more solid, but then once they go solid, then they do the opposite effect. They become a lot more brittle all of a sudden, and that's when you start to run into problems. But yeah, anyway, these two outlets, you have this 14mm type, which is what we've got here, and then there is another one with the 17mm outlet. So just something to be aware of when you're online purchasing these products. Make sure you get those measurements correct. I was just thinking, absolutely hilarious. I wanted to mention and give a shout out to Bargain Spares and Repairs on the Gold Coast. They are actually the company that allows us to do these installation tutorials. They obviously lend us the cars required. Yeah, so shout out to them, Bargain Spares and Repairs on the Gold Coast. Lovely crew. Their specialty is cash for cars, so if you do have any old cars you're looking to dispose of, give them a call. They pay pretty much the highest on the Gold Coast. It's basically minimum 500 for, you know, a car that's damaged, you know, in an accident or with a blown engine. But cars like this, this is a 2010, but it's got high kilometers, but they pay about $1,000, and you don't require registration or roadworthy, so it's just a very easy way of getting rid of your car and, you know, moving on with your life. So yeah, Bargain Spares and Repairs on the Gold Coast. Right, so lucky for us, putting it back in is actually a lot easier because there's no fluid in this tank, which is great. So first things first is the bottom pipe. So you're just going to put your hand through, and you just want to obviously squeeze it back on till it gets right up flush to the top. And you grab your pliers, put your pliers down. Remember that alligator clamp, squeeze it, drag it up, and just put it flush, pliers down, clip it into place. I believe it was the 10mm short. Place one in with your hand, like so. Again, 10mm out the back. Now you can bring your power steering fluid reservoir over, place it actually slots in and then pushes down, and you place your 10mm longs. That's 1 and 2. Now at this point you want to set your ratchet back to tighten. I'm going to start with these front ones here. Not too tight, these are rubber mounted, so let it get to about just over hand tight. Same thing out the back here. Not too tight, you don't want to crack through the plastic. There you go. Once the ratchet comes to an end, that's going to do us. Place your tools out of the way. Again, it's just this pipe, bring it over here, you can just wobble it on like that. If it is required, move your alligator clamp back, push it on a little further, then squeeze and pull it forward. Try and put it where it used to be, nice and flush. Same thing here, we had this one hidden. We're going to bring it over, squeeze it on like so. Same thing again. Squeeze that alligator clamp, bring it forward. That's it, that's fitted. Right guys, that's literally it. It was as simple as that. This job took 10 minutes. I'm yet to put any coolant in because I'm gonna go run off to the shop and get some actual antifreeze mix for this, but because we really lost no water, the great thing about that is all we need to do is just put some coolant up to the fill line, which is on the side of the tank. Regular coolant, try and match the color, you know, some mechanics have that type of little thing about them. Try and match the color. So this one had red in it, so I'll put some red coolant in it. And yeah, other than that, everything's all done. You've made sure all your bolts, nuts, and little pipes are all on securely. And yeah, I think this coolant tank will be good for another 10 years or so. So yeah, that's excellent. The great thing about getting to a bottle like this early is that you're actually prolonging the life of your car before any catastrophic events happen. So now we've replaced this bottle, you're gonna have a lot more rigidity in those hoses. That way it can't be snapped by a mechanic that's operating on your car with or without you knowing in that area, etc. Now, as I said, guys, if you are interested in this product, the one I showed in this video today, it is from Parts Factory Australia here on the Gold Coast in Arundel. Make sure you check out our website. I've put it in the link. I'll even put a pop-up banner at the top of the screen at the end. You can click on us, check us out. We've got all types of little, all types of car parts for all different makes and models, and most of our prices are literally 50 to 75% off the price of genuine and even a lot of our competitors, etc, etc. Righty guys, I'm Lucas Drabsch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.